Alright, feel that, Jen. Alright, checking out some Capcom Arcade Stadium here this morning. Plenty of stuff here to do today. Got a pretty heavy selection of different arcades that I have available on this game here. I can pull out here if I remember properly. There we go. I give you a chance to take it all in. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I can't really read the arcade titles from here, but like I say, you can scroll through them all. Some of them I can collapse the title as we're cruising past through there. And that's some retro classic Street Fighter, Captain Commando, stand-up arcades that can actually read their titles that way. At least 3 different versions of Street Fighter. Yeah, so we're gonna start off here with Vulgus, mostly the this first one in the manual selection. That's the manual, so it classifies it as the first in the entry. Not sure what their ordering system is. Yeah, I think it's year, so this will basically be the oldest one. We'll start working our way towards the newer, relatively, arcades as we move away along. But it's a pretty neat game. You know, all kinds of different things like achievements and whatnot to try to collect, and set all the old system manuals and settings and whatnot. You can adjust. There was one to turn off the camera controls when you're looking at the arcade, so I figured out actually how to use for that, so I turned it off. It just gets in the way. It's older than me. Yeah, so the first game here on our list that we're going to try to see about checking out this morning, Vulgus, one of the, as mentioned, many shmups available here in the Capcom arcade collection. Also, all the arcade games have different game modes available for them, usually including score challenge, time challenge, and special challenge. Usually sets the different settings of the game to a default, which then allows you to upload your score for high score leaderboard purposes and whatnot. Always fun looking for an extra level challenge. All the arcades allow you to adjust all the settings of the games too, including the number of starting lives you want, how you earn bonus lives, different point thresholds, etc. Overall game speed if you want to read by really fast or really slow. You want the back stuff to play, the track sounds while you're cruising through and so on. Some games will have difficulty sliders and stuff too, this one doesn't, but there's also some really cool display settings for all the games too, so you can adjust all the frames that you want to either little 2D ones here where we look straight on the arcade here. Borders to fill in the rest of the space, or you can look at it from the arcade view if you wanted it to be pulled out. I usually like the 2D one, especially if I'm streaming, because it doesn't shrink quite as much on the screen there. It's not much for you guys to look at. Playing on my own, the arcade's fine. Also, I use a display size if you wanted the true pixel format that the original arcade, as opposed to just the screen filling version, which for the vertical ones ends up being really weird. They prefer that normal series is fine. I also add different display filters. Those are like having the scan lines or RGB pixels or curved displays for the arcade feel, or any other mix in between. You can even adjust the screen rotation and whatnot if you were playing on the handheld mode and just wanted to look at it that way, had it set up on a vertical display stand, that type of thing. Which for games like this would actually be kind of cool to play that way. But figure we'll just start off here with the regular game mode. Check out the game manual while we're at it. Alright, about this game. Aim for the high score! Use shots and cannons to stem the enemy's assault. Vulgus is a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up. Contact with enemies or enemy fire causes you to lose 1 life, and contact when you have 0 lives left means game over. So, condition of completion, complete stage 9. So that's what we'll try to do here. Gives you all the on-screen information you need to know. First player, second player score, your high score, player character flying around there, number of lives in the corner, number of cannon shots in the other corner, and item pickups and the enemies themselves. Main controls are as follows. Current configuration can of course be changed if you need it to. You can always insert more coins. This is an arcade game after all. You bring up the game menu for any reason. You want out the control stick, control pad, shoot, rapid fire with the Y button for those that don't like mashing it. Of course the all cannon fire there. So the shoot fires a regular shot, which pressure relieve rapid fire shots. Fire cannon performs a special cannon shot. Smaller enemies will be shot through and larger enemies destroyed in one shot. Available when you have cannonballs remaining. Select power items, replenish your cannonballs. Also gives you a list of all the items. So items that appear during gameplay and each has a different effect. The enemy sign S, which increases enemy speed when it appears. And then you collect it to stop the effect. So as soon as it appears on the screen after you defeat an enemy, the enemy speed goes up. So if I pick it up, it returns to normal. Then the enemy sign D, which increases enemy firepower, to stop the effect. And then the sign E increases enemy numbers, and collect it to stop the effect. So the kind of odd reverse power-ups that try to negate the negative effects. Of course, we got the POW, which grants extra cannon shot, and gets the Kichi Star, which grants you an extra point bonus. So there's nice to include some tips and tricks for basic gameplay as well. Destroy enemy formations. Defeat all enemies in the formation, you gain bonus points. The number of points you gain increases by 500 with each enemy formation you defeat, capping at 5,000. If you lose a life, bonus points are set to 500. Use your cannons wisely. Shooting enemies with your cannon will grant you bonus points. Starting with 100 points, the bonus will increase with each enemy you shoot down with a single cannonball. If you use the cannon to defeat an enemy formation, the cannon bonus will be prioritized over the formation bonus. So take careful thought to maximize your points. Mysterious enemy formations. Destroy a certain enemy or enemy formation on set stages during extra life. Keep an eye out for it. Your game started. Where it goes here. Go! Yeah, fortunately with the way the game works, there's no way to continue from where you left off. So if you want to be able to actually make it all the way through, you have to get really good at the game, which I'm not. Or you have to start learning to set everything you do along the way. It's like any of the other regular emulator games of this sort, Switch Online and whatnot. There's a rewind feature. So there it goes. Makes it a lot easier to get super high scores because it does undo your lost lives, but also makes less sense here. So I didn't already have a high score on here. See, that's where it's talking about with the bonus multiplier. I can get 5,000 plus up to 5,000 points by taking out the whole group. We just kind of use the cannon to do it, then you're only getting up to whatever that cannon finishes the group with. Like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 100 thing, which works out nice early on, but again, you're rocking a really long combo together and shot down. You know, you're better off not using that to take out the whole group. Take out part of them that way and then finish off the last one, then that would be the better option, but yeah, like that. Then I lose all those points because I took out that last guy that way. Fortunately, they almost all shoot at me at that exact moment to come through that corner there. And get that timing right. Ooh, star. Whee! It's like you're traveling from planet to planet and then you're moving up to space, or maybe even just the same planet, but going up to the upper atmosphere to travel to another location. It's kind of the transitional point for the stages. This would make this stage 3 then. One up. Not that we need it, obviously, though. Context file currently playing. This one's somewhere else. Last ones are kind of obnoxious. Back up to space. Come. The vehicle was just a little bit faster. I was just gonna go up right then. Those scallopede things the most. Doing too well on this stage. Let's see if I can get an actual spot in here to get that open. Goodness gracious. Eat these things. Too much. You can do that. Any of the vehicles that come back in swoops like that annoy me to no end. I'm way too fast. Give me too many bullets. Shoot behind me. Change the direction so much makes it hard to. Alright, that was nothing. Makes it hard to gauge where it is they're actually going. Oh, moved. Good. Moving in behind me. He's gonna crash right into me. Crashing straight into me. These bugs. Yeah, I actually kind of think it's neat the way they design their movement to kind of replicate certain types of. It's like these things kind of remind me of water striders. They'll whoosh, 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 whoosh. Got that done. They should be getting space here soon. Get that thing out of the way, not take out the root behind it. There's space trooper here. Get the left side and then get the right side afterwards. Now with the tap tap drum beat, a good number of these use as the background soundtrack. This at least has the addition of the flute. Some of it's nothing but the tap 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 tap. Following me. There's a big guitar. Boom, 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 boom. It's moving by so fast that I'm not shooting with my rapid fire. I'm not getting as many pounds as I used to be through my shots here. Yo. Yes. Go that way, but that thing out of the way. Didn't expect that one to come from the side and block me off. Turning into me. I'm all out. Agreed with him. It's too many bullets, guys. I think this should be stage 9. All the bad guys just fly straight into me. I'm getting it later, but I still have to get through here somehow. And the rocks that orbit it stick around after it's finished off. But yeah, each of the different games has their own little clear status, as you noticed. Game manual there at the complete stage 9, so like most arcades, it's you go into you die sort of thing, but some will actually have a definitive endpoint, so vary from game to game. But yeah, so that's the general here for Vulgus, so check out here with a couple other different arcades.